As part of our 20 Years of WOW celebration, Paducah Bank is proud to partner with WPSD Local 6 and the Paducah Sun to celebrate the individuals, families, organizations, nonprofits, and businesses who make our communities such special places to live, work, and raise our families. Through ChangeMakers, we're honored to share the stories of those who are making a difference every day. Every other week, one of those community members is recognized as a Paducah Bank WOWmaker. Today, we're excited to introduce our first WOWmaker, Kimberly Yates. So Kimberly, what inspired you to found Hands of Hope in 2018?
So it started actually with my daughter. She came home and she wanted to borrow $100 from me. And being in elementary school, of course, I was curious, why do you want this money and stuff? So she said, well, there were some kids at school who didn't have shoes, and she wanted to get shoes for them. I almost cry every time I tell this story. So I said, okay. She said, I'll pay you back in a week. And I said, okay, well, yeah, we'll see about that. So anyway, she borrowed the $100, and so she set up a lemonade stand. And by the end of the week, she had paid me back the $100, and we had raised enough money for her to get shoes for double the number of kids that needed them. Well, then it went on Christmas. Mom, there's some kids that don't have anything for Christmas. And I said, okay, well, let's raise money. So her and a friend sold reindeer drops and hot chocolate. And so they made enough money, and it was like 6 or 7 families we were able to get Christmas gifts for. And that just kept expanding. It would be another something. And Mom, there's these kids at school. And so the next year for Christmas, it was, I'd say, double the number of families. And the next year, and it got to the point where I said, we have to do something. And it wasn't on the radar to start a nonprofit. I just know that I had taught her growing up, and my son, to have a giving heart. And so it got to the point where it was getting bigger than what we had even expected. And so that's what prompted me to even start the nonprofit. And as far as what the mission is, if there's a need, whether it be a person, an animal, that's what we do. And it's to uplift, and it's to make everybody know that they are seen and they're heard, and that, it goes a long way just to be kind. And I believe that's you guys' thing, to be kind. And it goes a very long way, whether it be to an animal, whether it to be to a person. You never know what that difference will make. And here we are in 2026 going strong. The last time we had our Christmas event, it had provided, and this is just off the top of my head, Christmas for like 400 families. It just has gone and gone and gone. And God puts in your path what you're supposed to be doing, and when you don't even think that's what it is. And so maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
I still question what my mission is, and what am I supposed to be doing? And there was someone who once told me that, while you're asking what it is, you're doing it and don't even realize it. So.
Well, thank you for that. And it's so touching that it was inspired by your daughter,
Yes.
and that y'all started it together. So tell us about the Road to Excellence program.
The Road to Excellence program started because of an issue with attendance in school. And it was discussed, and I said, well, I'm going to give away a car. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I had no plan whatsoever. And so we collaborated with Paducah Tillman High School, and our first year we gave away a car to DJ Wilson. He was the winner of the vehicle, very deserving kid. It was the perfect student, if that makes sense. And he well deserving of it. Good kid, athlete, good grades, put forth effort. Great kid. And so this is our second year, and it is, the generosity to that program has been absolutely amazing. The main mission of that program is to uplift young people, to let them know they have a voice. Everybody matters. And what we do once a month is we give away 3 gifts that are normally donated by a community partner. and random drawings throughout the month. So if you're not at school and your name is drawn, then you don't get the gift. We they will draw another name. So it's this, like I said, this is our second year. It's been very successful, and I have to throw a name shout out to a couple people because they, without their work behind the scenes with me, it's not possible. Renelle and Blair Toller, very dear friends of mine. And the important thing with them is that no matter what crazy dream I have or whatever, they're all in to support or to be helping with the legwork in the background. They're those type of people that don't expect, it's like you're doing it from your heart, and that's appreciated. So I always have to give them a shout out. But it's just gone over extremely well. And this year we've partnered with Nissan of Paducah, and we are giving away a new car, and it's going to be very exciting.
So I saw pictures last year when DJ won, and the excitement was amazing.
It was.
Yeah, and I'm sure that just...
You should come.
Okay. And we were proud to support as well. So
yes, and you did. Yes, we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Both, actually, you started with us and have continued, so we appreciate you.
Yes. So I know that you work very closely with the spay and neuter program. Tell us about Artie's Law.
Oh boy. Okay. So Artie's Law has come about from a bunch of different things. I first got into animal rescue by accident. Chip Wynn is actually to blame for my love of animals, and it's led to all this. So we're going to blame him for this. So the spay and I'll start with the spay and neuter stuff. I work very closely with Lanita Flannery Vet Clinic. We work together on spay and neuter. And one thing I have learned is there is most often always miseducation or not enough education on spay and neuter. We have a problem of an overpopulation of cats and dogs. And in order to fix that, you have to spay and neuter. And so my nonprofit, Hands of Hope, offers a spay and neuter program. It's a discounted rate for if you can't afford the cost of it, and we assist you with that. So I feel like if you get to the core of the problem, you can help to fix the problem. You can't build another shelter. The dogs and cats are gonna keep coming. And I have to shout out the McGangsters because they work tremendously well with the cat population. Jim Gatlin's amazing. But Artie's Law came into effect because there are no breeder laws. You've got people that are breeding dogs and they are generating income, non-taxable income. There are no business licenses affiliated with it. There are no guidelines that you have to adhere to. There's nothing. There's no structure. So if we can provide structure, then we can help to control that problem.
Yes.
And I'm not saying take away all breeding at all. I'm saying we want to eliminate those backyard breeders. We want to put some stringent guidelines on those who are going to do this. If you're going to do it, it's a business, then you should pay taxes on it like I pay taxes. And so Artie's Law, and shout out to Kim Holloway because she jumped on this with me. No question. I mean, she reviewed it and she has shown full support. It has been a very long road, and I feel hopeful that we're taking steps forward with Artie's Law. And Artie, and to answer your question about Artie, he was a rescue Yorkie I had.
Okay. As an animal lover, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. So what's next on the horizon for you?
So I do have one bit of news that hasn't been announced.
Oh,
and
live.
Live at Paducah Bank.
I love it.
I have partnered with AJ Martin at Global Basketball Academy. And we are going to start holding events there on a Friday or Saturday night to help raise money for Hands of Hope, and somewhere, a safe haven, so to speak, to give the kids to come to, like have a dance and give them somewhere to go and a good positive environment, to go to. And at the same time, it will be supporting a good cause. So
fantastic.
I'm excited about that. And I have started a sector of Hands of Hope that is for female athletes. We believe in uplifting female athletes, male athletes also, but we're helping the females along. And it's a program we have this summer where it affords girls to play, and if their household income is such that that would stop them from playing otherwise, we assist them along and they can still play. So it shouldn't stop because you can't afford to.
Yes.
So that's on the horizon. We've actually already started that program.
That's
So I'm
fantastic.
excited.
Well, thank you for all you do for our community. I mean, we love Paducah. We're committed to Paducah, and it's wonderful to see people who are committed to making it a better place. So congratulations on being our first ever WOWmaker.